Hey guys, today's dish is something that is brand new to me. I've never really had a meat or chicken kofta before. I've had cabbage kofta, which are basically cabbage meatballs in a nice gravy, but never have I ever had an Indian style meatball curry. So what I did is I made this in a way that I would love, in a way that I would enjoy based on everything else that I like, based on all the other techniques that I know. So this turned out surprisingly well, and I'm really excited to share this with you. So for anybody who hasn't had a chicken kofta curry before, well, get in this boat and let's try it together. We'll first get started by preparing the actual mince for the actual koftas, for the actual meatballs. So in my bowl here, I'm gonna add in my ground chicken. You can use turkey as well if you like, and then add in some cilantro, green chilies, some garlic, and then lots of breadcrumbs. The breadcrumbs help to form the meatballs. Chicken and turkey naturally are pretty moist, so the breadcrumbs kind of help absorb that moisture, and it makes shaping the meatballs and then having the meatballs keep that shape much easier. Now you can add an egg yolk in here if you like as well, and that does make it a little fluffier, but personally, because it's chicken or turkey, it's leaner, it's much lighter than, let's say, red meat, so I quite enjoy the extra meatiness, the heaviness that the chicken and the turkey meatball gives without the egg. But I'll leave that up to you. Add some lime juice and add some salt. Now you want to add in some dried spices. So add in some degi mirch, some ground coriander, some garam masala, and then mix this really well to combine. Then we can start forming these into golf ball sized portions. Now once you form the meatballs, what I love to do to my meatballs is to sear it in some oil first, adding that crust, adding that browning to the meatballs before we add it to the sauce adds so much more flavor that you can't even imagine, and it's not the same, and it's definitely better than just boiling the meat in sauce. So just have some fun with the searing, because this is gonna smell amazing in your kitchen. Just make sure to keep turning it from time to time until you have a nice, even golden brown crust all throughout. You don't really have to worry about cooking it all the way through in the middle, because we will be finishing it in the sauce. So just focus on getting some nice color all around. Once you have that ready, just set that pan aside. You can take the meatballs out into a plate or a bowl, and let's start seeing how to make our actual sauce. So in my large wok here, I'm heating up some ghee. We're gonna make a nice brown onion paste. So add in loads of sliced onions and then saute it until it starts to become nice and crispy golden brown. Be careful though, you don't want to let it burn, so take your time, be patient, and keep stirring this from time to time. Traditionally, if you add lots of oil, it makes caramelizing the onions much easier, but I'm trying to make this with a reduced amount of oil, and I'll show you how it's still possible. So after patiently stirring this from time to time, I have my onions looking just like this, and just flavor wise, this is perfect for me. So now just transfer all of these onions into your food processor. Then add in your green chili, garlic, ginger. Don't worry about chopping it finely because we're gonna blend it anyways, and then add in a bit of water and then puree that. Here is our brown onion paste, and we'll use that really soon. Now back to the wok. Add a bit more ghee if the wok looks a bit bare, and then let's add in our whole spices. So we have some cinnamon, bay leaf, clove, and green cardamom pod. These add lots of fragrance, and it's gonna really help scent that curry. Add a bit of cumin seeds and let that become nice and fragrant for the next 30 seconds or so. And then pour in that brown onion flavorful mixture. you now want to add in your dried spices. So add in some of your ground coriander, degi mirch, your turmeric. Now stir this well, and then we want to cook this until this mixture starts to look kind of dry. Add a splash of water in case things start to stick and burn onto the pan, because we don't want that to happen. But keep cooking this until it's nice and fluffy and just slides around the pan really easily. When you have that, add in your passata or strained tomatoes. You may also find this at your local grocery store under the name of tomato puree. Now just cook this for a couple of minutes or until it has reduced by about half, and it's easy to slide this around the pan as well. And at this point, you can add in all of your seared off meatballs. Just let the meatballs simmer in that thick tomato sauce for a couple of minutes, just so it has a chance to absorb some of those flavors. And after a minute or so, add in some hot water to create a gravy. At this point, all you have to do is bring it up to a simmer and then turn the heat to low while the gravy comes together and the meatballs finish cooking on the inside. You can cook this until the gravy thickens into a texture that you prefer. I don't like my gravy to be too thick, but I don't like it too thin either. Just down the middle, you be the judge of how you like your gravy. For peace of mind, you can check if the meatballs are perfect, and when it is time for you to enjoy it. Garnish this with some cilantro, call everybody onto the table, because it's time to feast on these beautiful chicken koftas. I'm gonna have this in a bowl, and bowls are fun because they keep things hotter for longer. So take a look at how these meatballs, these koftas look on the inside. Perfectly cooked, juicy, and this is just the best combination to have with winter upon us. And what's better than enjoying these warm koftas at home while curled up? It's amazing. I hope you guys like this video. If you want to see more types of koftas, let me know down below. If you've never had a kofta before, you're gonna try it with me on my first attempt here, let me know down below. And if you've already made it and are coming back to give a comment, I hope you liked it. For more videos just like this one, be sure to hit subscribe, hit the bell icon, and I'll see you on the next one. Bye guys.